Hondas are legendary for reliability, but that doesn't mean they're bulletproof. Every Honda model has specific weak points where failures occur predictably if you don't know how to prevent them. And the frustrating part? Most of these failures are completely avoidable if you understand what causes them and take the right preventive action. I've been diagnosing and repairing Honda failures for 16 years, and I see the same 5 problems destroy otherwise excellent vehicles over and over again. These aren't random mechanical failures or bad luck. They're predictable wear patterns that happen to specific Honda models at specific mileage points. The good news? Once you understand why these failures happen, preventing them becomes straightforward and relatively inexpensive. The bad news? Most Honda owners don't discover these weak points until after the failure occurs, when repairs cost thousands instead of hundreds. Today, I'm going to reveal the top 5 Honda failures I see most frequently, explain exactly why they happen, show you the warning signs before catastrophic failure, and give you the specific prevention strategies that will help you avoid these expensive problems entirely. By the end of this video, you'll know your Honda's vulnerabilities and exactly how to protect against them before failures occur. Let's start with the failure that costs Honda owners more money than any other. Failure number 1. Automatic transmission failure, especially 1998 to 2004 models. The most expensive and common Honda failure is automatic transmission failure, particularly in vehicles built between 1998 and 2004. Why this failure happens? Honda's automatic transmissions from this era were designed for fuel efficiency first, durability second. They use relatively small transmission cases with tight tolerances and minimal fluid capacity. The transmissions run hot, especially during stop-and-go traffic or towing. Hot transmission fluid breaks down rapidly, losing its protective properties. When fluid degrades, clutch packs start slipping. This generates more heat, which further degrades the fluid. It's a vicious cycle that accelerates to complete failure. The internal filter screens become clogged with debris from worn clutches, reducing fluid flow and starving the transmission of lubrication. Most affected models: 2000 to 2001, Accord V6, especially 4-cylinder with automatic; 1999 to 2004, Odyssey 2002 to 2003, Acura TL and CL 2003 to 2007, Accord V6, warning signs before failure: delayed engagement when shifting from park to drive or reverse, harsh shifting or noticeable bumps between gears, transmission slipping, where RPMs rise without corresponding acceleration, whining or humming noise from the transmission, burning smell from under the vehicle after driving. Check engine light with transmission-related codes P0730, P0740, etc. How to prevent this failure? Change transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, not Honda's recommended 60,000 plus miles. This single change prevents 80% of transmission failures. Use only genuine Honda ATF-Z1 or DW1 fluid depending on your model year. Generic universal ATF doesn't have Honda's specific friction modifiers. Never flush the transmission aggressively. Simple drain and fill removes enough old fluid without risking valve body contamination. If you tow regularly or drive in hot climates, add an auxiliary transmission cooler. This keeps fluid temperatures manageable and extends transmission life significantly. If you own a high-risk model, especially 1999 to 2004 Odyssey or 2003 to 2007 Accord V6, consider selling or trading before 100,000 miles if the transmission hasn't been meticulously maintained. Cost comparison: preventive fluid changes every 30,000 miles, $150 each. Transmission rebuild after failure, $3,000 to $4,500. Transmission replacement, $4,000 to $6,000. Real example: I documented a 2003 Odyssey that received transmission fluid changes every 25,000 miles using Honda ATF-Z1. At 247,000 miles, the transmission still shifted perfectly. Most Odysseys from that year needed transmission replacement by 120,000 miles. Failure number 2. Timing belt failure, pre-2010 V6 models. Honda V6 engines built before 2010 use timing belts that absolutely must be replaced on schedule. Yet many owners skip this service until catastrophic failure occurs. Why this failure happens? Timing belts are rubber and deteriorate over time regardless of mileage. Heat, oil contamination, and age all weaken the belt. Honda V6 engines are interference engines. When the timing belt breaks, valves contact pistons and cause thousands in internal engine damage. Water pumps are driven by the timing belt. A failing water pump can destroy a timing belt, or a broken belt can destroy a water pump. Most affected models: 1998 to 2002 Accord V6, 1999 to 2004 Odyssey, 2003 to 2008 Pilot, 2006 to 2008 Ridgeline, all Acura V6 models from this era. Warning signs: before failure, squealing or chirping noise from the timing belt area during cold starts, visible cracks or fraying on the belt, requires removing cover to inspect, oil leaks from front engine seals that could contaminate the belt, rough idle or loss of power, indicating belt has jumped teeth but not broken. Check engine light with cam crank correlation codes. How to prevent this failure: replace the timing belt every 60,000 to 70,000 miles or 7 years, whichever comes first. Do not exceed this interval. Always replace the water pump, tensioner, and all idler pulleys when replacing the timing belt. These components have similar service lives, and replacing them prevents comeback failures. Replace front crankshaft and camshaft seals during timing belt service to prevent oil leaks that could contaminate the new belt. Use only Honda OEM or equivalent quality timing belts. Gates Eason. Never use cheap aftermarket belts on interference engines. Even if the belt looks good at inspection, replace it on schedule. Internal deterioration isn't visible externally. Cost comparison: preventive timing, belt service, $600 to $900, including water pump. Engine repair after belt failure, $3,000 to $5,500. Bent valves, piston damage. Real example: a 2004 Pilot owner ignored the 105,000-mile timing belt service because the belt looked fine during oil changes. At 118,000 miles, the belt snapped during highway driving. Result: 8 bent valves, damaged pistons, cylinder head machining required. Total cost: $4,200. Failure number 3: power steering pump failure. 2006 to 2011 Civic. Honda Civic models from 2006 to 2011 have a specific power steering pump design that fails prematurely, often before 100,000 miles. Why this failure happens? The power steering pump uses a pulley design that allows slight misalignment over time. This misalignment causes uneven wear on pump bearings. The pump is mounted low in the engine bay where it's exposed to road spray, salt, and debris. This accelerates seal deterioration. Honda's power steering fluid breaks down faster than most owners realize. Contaminated fluid contains metal particles that act like sandpaper inside the pump. The pump runs at high pressure and speed, generating heat that degrades both the pump and fluid. Warning signs before failure: whining or groaning noise when turning the steering wheel, especially when cold. Stiff or heavy steering, particularly at low speeds. Power steering fluid level dropping without visible leaks. Dark, discolored power steering fluid with a burnt smell. Moisture or fluid residue around the power steering pump. Check engine light with electronic power steering codes on EPS-equipped models. How to prevent this failure: change power steering fluid every 50,000 miles using Honda power steering fluid or equivalent. Inspect the power steering pump pulley for wobble or misalignment annually. Slight wobble indicates bearing wear. Check fluid level monthly and top off as needed. Never let the system run low. Address any power steering leaks immediately. Low fluid starves the pump and causes rapid failure. Avoid holding the steering wheel at full lock for extended periods. This creates maximum pressure and stress on the pump. If you hear any power steering noise, have the system diagnosed immediately. Early intervention prevents pump failure. Cost comparison: preventive fluid changes and early diagnosis. $100 to $200. Power steering pump replacement after failure, $500 to $800. Real example: a 2008 Civic owner changed power steering fluid every 60,000 miles and inspected the pump annually. At 192,000 miles, the original pump was still functioning perfectly. Most 2006 to 2011 Civics need pump replacement between 80,000 to 120,000 miles. Failure number 4. AC compressor failure, 2012 to 2016 CR-V and Civic. Honda CR-V and Civic models from 2012 to 2016 experience premature AC compressor failures, often requiring replacement before 100,000 miles. Why this failure happened? These model years use a specific compressor design with internal clutch components that wear prematurely. The compressor clutch bearing fails, causing the pulley to seize or the clutch to slip. Refrigerant leaks develop at the compressor shaft seal, allowing refrigerant and oil to escape. When the compressor fails catastrophically, metal debris circulates through the entire AC system, contaminating the condenser, lines, and evaporator. Low refrigerant levels from minor leaks cause the compressor to run without adequate lubrication, accelerating wear. Most affected models: 2012 to 2016 CR-V, 2012 to 2015, Civic 2013 to 2015, Accord to a lesser extent. Warning sign: before failure, AC cooling becomes gradually less effective over time. Clicking or grinding noise from the compressor area when AC is on compressor clutch doesn't engage when AC is activated. Visible oil residue around the compressor indicates refrigerant leak. AC works intermittently or only at certain times. Burning rubber smell when AC is running. How to prevent this failure? Run the AC system for 10 to 15 minutes monthly, even in winter. This circulates refrigerant and lubricates seal. Have the AC system inspected annually for refrigerant level and leaks. Low refrigerant accelerates compressor wear. Address any AC performance issues immediately. Weak cooling often indicates developing problem. Replace the cabin air filter annually. A clogged filter forces the AC to work harder, stressing the compressor. Park in shade when possible during summer to reduce AC workload and compressor stress. If the compressor does fail, insist on complete system flush and component replacement. Installing a new compressor in a contaminated system causes rapid re-failure. Cost comparison: preventive maintenance and early leak repair, $150 to $300. Compressor replacement only, $800 to $1,200. Complete system replacement after catastrophic failure, $2,000 to $3,000. Real example: a 2014 CR-V owner noticed slightly reduced AC cooling at 62,000 miles. Diagnosis revealed low refrigerant from a small leak at the compressor seal. Repair cost: $280 for leak repair and recharge. The compressor was saved. Waiting until complete failure would have cost $2,400 for full system replacement. Failure number 5. Engine mount failure, 2006 to 2015 Civic and Accord. Honda Civics and Accords from 2006 to 2015 experienced premature engine mount failure, particularly the front and rear hydraulic mounts. Why this failure happens? Honda uses hydraulic fluid-filled engine mounts to dampen vibration. The rubber housing deteriorates over time, causing the hydraulic fluid to leak. Once the fluid leaks, the mount loses its dampening ability and becomes a solid rubber mount, transmitting all engine vibration to the cabin. Stop-and-go driving with frequent acceleration cycles stresses mounts more than highway driving. Engine mounts also support tremendous engine weight. As rubber ages and hardens, it cracks under the constant load. Hot engine bay temperatures accelerate rubber deterioration, especially on the front mount closest to the exhaust. Warning signs before failure: excessive vibration felt through the steering wheel, especially at idle clunking noise when accelerating from a stop or shifting between drive and reverse engine movement visible when accelerating hard. Watch the engine from outside the vehicle. Vibration that gets worse when a C compressor engages. Transmission shifting feels harsher than normal. How to prevent this failure? Inspect engine mounts every 50,000 miles for cracks, separation, or fluid leaks. Avoid aggressive driving that stresses mounts with sudden acceleration and deceleration. Replace mounts proactively at 100,000 miles, even if they're not completely failed. Partial failure affects drivability before complete failure occurs. Use Honda OEM mounts or equivalent quality replacements. Cheap aftermarket mounts fail within 30,000 miles. Address oil leaks immediately. Engine oil contamination softens and destroys mount rubber. If one mount fails, inspect all mounts. They age similarly and often fail around the same time. Cost comparison. Proactive mount inspection and single mount replacement, $200 to $350. All mounts replaced after multiple failures, $800 to $1,200. Real example, a 2010 Accord owner noticed slight vibration at 95,000 miles. Inspection revealed the front mount was beginning to separate. Replacing just that mount cost $240 and eliminated the vibration. Waiting until all mounts failed would have cost $950 and resulted in months of poor drivability. The common thread: prevention beats repair. All 5 of these failures share common characteristics. They're predictable and occur at specific mileage points. They give clear warning signs before catastrophic failure. They're relatively inexpensive to prevent but costly to repair after failure. They're caused by deferred maintenance or ignoring early symptoms. The Honda owners who avoid these failures follow a simple philosophy: monitor for warning signs monthly, address small problems immediately before they cascade, follow slightly more aggressive maintenance schedules than Honda recommends, use quality parts and fluids, not the cheapest available, keep detailed records to track when preventive services are due. Your action plan. Here's your specific action plan based on your Honda model. If you own a 1998 to 2004 Honda with automatic transmission, change transmission fluid every 30,000 miles starting now. Budget for potential transmission issues after 120,000 miles. If you own a V6 Honda built before 2010, verify timing belt service history immediately. Replace timing belt if it's over 70,000 miles or 7 years old. If you own a 2006 to 2011 Civic, check power steering fluid color and level monthly. Change power steering fluid if it hasn't been done in 50,000 miles. If you own a 2012 to 2016 CR-V or Civic, have AC system performance tested annually. Address any cooling weakness immediately. If you own a 2006 to 2015 Civic or Accord, inspect engine mounts for vibration or noise. Budget for mount replacement around 100,000 miles. The bottom line: Honda builds excellent vehicles, but every model has specific vulnerabilities. The difference between a Honda that lasts 300,000 miles and one that needs major repairs at 120,000 miles is usually knowledge and preventive action. These 5 failures account for probably 60 to 70% of the major repair bills I see on Honda vehicles. All are preventable with proper maintenance and early intervention. Don't wait for catastrophic failure. Identify your Honda's weak points, watch for warning signs, and address problems while they're still small and affordable. Your Honda's reliability depends on your knowledge and action. Now you have both. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.